This is one version of Master's theorem, which is different from the one you have seen in Corman. I've taken this Master's theorem because this is much more easier to solve problems compared to the one you had in Corman. So I'll just explain you what it is, and then we shall see lots of problems on it. First of all, it is used to solve the recurrence equations, right? So if the recursive equation is like this, T of n equal to a into T of n by b plus theta of n power k log raised to the power p n, which means log n raised to the power p. Okay. So one thing you should understand is, whenever we write log n square, this is different from log square n. The difference is this is equivalent to log n. Okay, and this is different. So that is what you should keep in mind. This is equivalent to log n into log n, and this is equivalent to log n. Okay, fine. So if the given recursive equation is of this form, where T of n equal to a into T of n by b plus theta into n power k into log raised to the power p n, if that is the form of the recursive equation you have, where these conditions have to be met again. See, there are various restrictions before using the Master's theorem. Master's theorem is not applicable for all the examples. We can solve only some of the examples, and these are the conditions that we should meet. One is a should be greater than or equal to 1, and b could be b should be greater than 1 strictly, which means it should not be anything less than 1. And what happens if b is less than n is, the problem is actually getting multiplied more. Instead of decreasing the size of the problem, whenever this b is less than 1, b is greater than 1, it means that the size of the problem is reducing. If b is less than 1, it means that the size of the problem is increasing. That is why the condition is always b has to be greater than 1, and n is greater than or equal to 0. So n could be anything which should not be negative, which means we should not write 1 by n square. The reason is, we don't do any work which is inversely proportional to the size of the problem, and p is a real number. P could be anything. Then if a is greater than b power k, always see, take a and compare it with b power k. Okay, so when you compare a and b power k, just zoom in here, compare a and b power k, then T of n equal to n power log a base b. So if a is greater than b power k, then this is the case. And the second condition is, if a is equal to b power k, which means if a and b power k both are equal, then you have to see the values of p. So p is nothing but, if you have anything in terms of log, log to the power, then only you should think about p. Then if p is greater than minus 1, then this is the equation. If p is equal to minus 1, then this is the equation. P is less than minus 1, then this is the equation. Okay. In case if a is less than b power k, which means if a is very small, then again you have to check the values of p. If p is greater than or equal to 0, then T of n equal to this. If p is less than 0, then T of n equal to this. So using this Master's theorem, we could solve lots of questions on this recursive equations. I'll take the problems one by one and I'll solve them. Problem number 1 is T of n equal to 3 into T of n by 2 plus n square. Okay, so just whenever you get any equation, see whether it is in the required form or not. Identify what is a, what is b, what is k, what is p. So in this case, a equal to 3 and b equal to 2, k equal to 2, k is n to the power, right? A is this one, b is this one, and k is n raised to the power, and p we don't have anything, therefore p equal to 0. Then what should we do? We should always compare a with b power k. So see this, a is 3 and b power k is 4. So 3 and 4. So what did you get? A is less than b power k, isn't it? This is a and this is b power k. So one more thing, you should even see that the conditions are valid. A has to be greater than or equal to 1, yes, and b has to be greater than 1, yes, and k has to be greater than or equal to 0, yes, and p is any real number, yes, right. Now you just see this a and b power k, a is less than b power k. So what is the condition? The condition is third one, right? So in this third condition, if p is greater than or equal to 0, yes, p is greater than or equal to 0, therefore this one falls in the condition 3a. Then what is it? T of n equal to theta of n power k. What is n power k? N square into log p n. So that is nothing but theta of n square. Okay. Now let's see the next one. T of n equal to, second one, T of n equal to 4t n by 2 plus n square. If this is the recursive equation, then in this case a equal to 4, b equal to 2, k equal to 2 and p equal to 0. So a equal to 4, b equal to 2, k equal to 2 and p equal to 0. Just see this conditions are valid or not. A is greater than or equal to 1, yes, b is greater than 1, yes, k is greater than or equal to 0, yes, p is any real number, yes. Now you have to compare a and b power k. So a is 4 and b power k is 2 power 2, 4, both are equal. So which is the condition? Second condition. Then you have to check the value of p. P value is 0, which means p value is greater than minus 1. When p value is greater than minus 1, which means this falls in condition 2a, right? So what is the condition? T of n equal to phi of n power log a base b. N power log a base b is nothing but n power log 4 base 2 into log p plus 1 n. What is p plus 1? P is 0, p plus 1 n means 1 n. That is nothing but theta of n square log n. That is the answer. Okay, so let's see the next examples. Next one, problem number 3 is this: T of n equal to T of n by 2 plus n square. Okay, so in this a equal to 1 and b equal to 2, k equal to 2 and p equal to 0. A, b, p, k and p is 0. Okay, so according to that equation we got a, b, k and p values. Now we should compare a and b power k. A is 1 and b power k is 2 power 2, 4, which means a is less than b power k. So which condition is it? Third one. So in the third condition, what about the value of p? P value equal to 0. Therefore this falls in 3a. So this is the condition. Then T of n equal to theta of n power k. What is n power k? N square into log p. Log p is 0 n, which is nothing but theta of n square. Let's see the next problem. T of n equal to 2 power n into t of n by 2 plus n power n. So if you look at it, a is equal to 2 power n. Actually a has to be a constant which has to be greater than or equal to 1, and this is not in that form. So this is clearly, for this one, Master's theorem is not applied. Okay, so we shall see later how to convert some of the problems for which Master's theorem is not applied. We could take such problems and again we could convert them into some other form where Master's theorem could be applied, but for this one Master's theorem cannot be applied. Okay, we shall see more examples later. Next one is T of n equal to 16 into T of n by 4 plus n. Then a equal to 16, b equal to 4, k equal to 1 and p equal to 0, right? Then compare a and b power k. A is 16, b power k is 4 power 1. Okay, and moreover, all the variables are according to the theorem only, which means a is greater than b power k. So what is the condition? First condition. In first condition, you will not worry about the value of p at all. Then what is T of n? T of n equal to, according to first condition, theta of n power log a base b. What is log a base b here? Theta of n power log 16 base 4, which is nothing but theta of n square. So that is the answer of fifth one. Okay, And see the next one. See, the reason why I had this theorem is you could have a look at it while I am solving it. So sixth one is this: t of n equal to 2t n by 2 plus n log n. Okay, so here a equal to 2 and b equal to 2 and k equal to 1 and p equal to 1. Now you have to compare a and b power k. So what is a? 2. What is b power k? 2 power 1. A and b power k both are equal. Therefore we have to go to the second case. In that second case, what is the sub case? That depends on the value of p. So here p equal to 1. So which means p is greater than minus 1. Therefore it falls in the condition 2a. So what is the 2a here? T of n equal to theta of n power log a base b into log p plus 1 n, that equal to theta of n power log a base b. So n power, if you take log a base b, it is going to be 1, and log p plus 1, already p is 1, which means p square n, that equal to theta of n log square n, which is nothing but log n also. Next one, seventh one, t of n equal to 2t n by 2 plus n by log n. So how could I write it? 2t n by 2 plus n into log power minus 1n. So that equal to, in this condition, here you have a equal to 1, a equal to 2, b equal to 2, k equal to 1 and p equal to minus 1. So p is any real number, therefore minus 1 is completely valid, perfectly valid. K is 1 and yes, a is greater than or equal to 1 and b is greater than 1. So everything is according to the theorem. Then you have to compare a and b power k. So a is 2 and b power k is 2, which is equal, which means it again falls in the condition 2. K is 2, then what is the condition? So if p equal to minus 1, which means in the case 2 it is subcase is b. Yes, then what is t of n? T of n equal to theta of n power log a base b into log n. Now we have to compare this one. So what is it? Theta of n power log a base b. Log a base b equal to 1 only and log n. Therefore the answer is theta of n log n. Okay, so this is problem number 7. Next one is problem number 8. Let's look at problem number 8. T of n equal to 2t n by 4 plus n power 0.51. Okay, so let's see this. Here a equal to 2, b equal to 4, k equal to 0.51. K is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, p equal to 0. Now we have to compare a and b power k. So what is it? A is 2 and b power k is 4 power 0.51. So a is less than b power k, which means 2 is less than 4 power 0.51, which means we have to take case 3. Under case 3 p equal to 0, which means a is the subcase. Therefore what is t of n? T of n equal to theta of n power k log p n. What is n power k here? Theta of n power 0.51 into log p, which is nothing but 0. Therefore it is n power 0.51. Next one, problem number 9. T of n equal to 0.5 into t of n by 2 plus 1 by n. So in this case a equal to 0.5. So just check it. A has to be greater than or equal to 1, but A is less than 1, isn't it? A has to be greater than or equal to 1, but in this case A is less than 1. Therefore this is not valid. So this one is not according to the Master's theorem. So we cannot apply that formula to such kind of question. Okay. Next one, 10. T of n equal to 6 T of n by 3 plus n square log n. So here A equal to 6, B equal to 3, K equal to 2 and P equal to 1, right? Now what we should do is compare A and B power K. So what is A? 6, and what is B power K? 3 square, which means A is less than B power K. So what is the condition? Third condition. In this you have to see the value of P. So P is greater than or equal to 0, which means 3A. Then what is it? T of n equal to theta of n power K log P n. So which is nothing but theta of, what is n power K? N square into log P, which is 1 n. So that is equal to theta of n square log n. That is the answer. Next one, 11th one. Let us say T of n equal to 64 T of n by 8 minus n square log n. So if you see this, generally if there is a problem, we do some work and then the problem will get divided into some sub problems. But here it is saying that if we don't do work, the problem is getting into getting divided into sub problems. Therefore, whenever you have minus, it is not a valid question according to Master's theorem. So we cannot apply Master's theorem for this. So we cannot apply for this one. Okay. Next one, 12th one. T of n equal to 7 T of n by 3 plus n square. Then A equal to 3, A equal to 7 and B equal to 3, K equal to 2, P equal to 0, right? Then how can we solve it? The same method. Compare A and B square and B power K. So B power K is 2, which means A is less than B power K. Therefore what is the condition? Condition is 3, and in that P equal to A, P equal to 0. P equal to 0 is A is the sub case. Then T of n equal to theta of n power K log power P n. So what is it? Theta of, what is n power K? N power K is nothing but n square into log 0 n, which is nothing but theta of n square. Okay. Next one is, say 13th one. T of n equal to 4 T of n by 2 plus log n. In this case, A equal to 4, B equal to 2, K equal to 0, P equal to 1, right? Why K equal to 0? Because there is no term with n, and therefore P is equal to 1. Now you compare A and B power K. So what is A? 4. What is B power K? 2 power 0. So now you understood that A is greater than B power K, which is nothing but case 1. Case 1 is A is greater than B power K. Then in that case, T of n equal to theta of n power log A base B, isn't it? Then what is it? Theta of n power log A base B is nothing but n square. Therefore answer is theta of n square. Okay. Yeah. Next one is T of n equal to root 2 into T of n by 2 plus log n. So in this case, A equal to root 2, which is greater than or equal to 1, yes, and B equal to 2, which is greater than 1, and K equal to 0 and P equal to 1, right? Now you compare A with B power K. So B power K is 1, which means root 2 and 1. So what did you get? a is greater than b power k. So which means we got condition number 1, case 1. So what is case 1? T of n equal to theta of n power log a base b. So which is nothing but theta of n power log root 2 base 2. So which is theta of root n. Okay. And next one is say T of n equal to 2t of n by 2 plus root n. Okay. Now a equal to 2, b equal to 2, a equal to 2 and b equal to 2, and k equal to 1 by 2, p equal to 0, right? So we have to compare a and b power k. So a is 2 and b power k is this, which means a is greater than b power k, which is nothing but condition number 1. So what is condition number 1? T of n equal to theta of n power log a base b. So n power log a base b, which is nothing but theta of n. Okay. Next one. T of n equal to 3t n by 2 plus n. In this case, a equal to 3, b equal to 2, k equal to 1 and p equal to 0, right? Again you compare a with b power k. So a is greater than b power k. Again condition number 1. Then what is it? T of n equal to theta of n power log a base b, which is nothing but theta of n power log 3 base 2. Next one is T of n equal to 3t n by 3 plus root n. So in this case, a equal to 3, b equal to 3, k equal to 1 by 2 and p equal to 0, right? Then what is a and b power k? So a is 3 and b power k is root 3. A is greater than root this one. Therefore again it is a is greater than b power k. Therefore again it is condition number 1, where T of n equal to theta of n power log a base b, which is nothing but n power log 3 base 3, which is theta of n. Okay. And next one is T of n equal to 4t n by 2 plus c into n, some constant into n. So here a equal to 4 and b equal to 2, k equal to 1, p equal to 0. Now you compare a and b power k. So a is nothing but 4 and b power k is nothing but 2 power 1. A is greater than b power k. Therefore is again condition number 1. So what is it? T of n equal to theta of n power log a base b. So what is n power log a base b? N square. Therefore it is theta of n square. And next one is T of n equal to 3t n by 4 plus n log n. Here a equal to 3, b equal to 4, k equal to 1 and p equal to 1. So let's compare a and b power k. So a is less than b power k. So what is the condition? Third condition. And p equal to 1, which means p is greater than or equal to 0. Therefore the condition is 3a. So in the condition 3a, what is T of n? T of n equal to theta of n power k. So n power k is n power 1 into log p, which is 1 n, which is nothing but theta of n log n. Okay.